do when you float in for your first time from your Soyuz capsule. They would ring the bell for you one at a time. Isn't that cool? And also, this whole place is pretty cool, but it'd be even cooler if we were in the real one, right? Because we'd be in a weightless environment called microgravity, which means that Nicole and I would be floating right now, and it would be awesome. And just imagine everything would float, so no one could ever tell you to clean up your room. Because nothing's ever going to hit the floor, right guys? But on the other hand, if you leave something somewhere and you don't secure it down, it's not going to be where you put it. So you could lose your pen, your pencil, your toothbrush, maybe Nicole might lose her glasses, you know? If you can't find something though, there's a good place to look. You go at the end of the day, you look at the filters in the air recycling system. That's where things get stuck. That's the astronaut lost and found. So for the first few days, you're kind of like a fish out of water. Your body hasn't adjusted. You might come down with what's called space adaptation syndrome. Eee, can you guess what that might be, Nicole?
Sick?
Yes, you feel sick. That's right. One word answers only. Yeah, sick. You feel sick. You feel motion sickness, basically. Kind of like seasickness, but space sickness. So each person gets their own special life support system for that. The Emesis Management System, or EMS. Here you go, Nicole. What do you think we use that for? Yes, ma'am. It is a fancy space barf bag. We will throw up in that. If we need to use it, though, we make sure we get everything in the bag, right? Because we don't want you floating around the station with your glasses in the filter. There we go. So, after the first couple of days, though, their bodies adjust. They all feel better, okay? So let's imagine that Nicole's been outside doing some work. She's been doing an EVA, or a spacewalk. And those are many hours and lots of energy needed. So when you're back inside, you're really tired. So if Nicole drifts off to sleep right here, well, if you fall asleep right here, what's going to happen to you?
I'm gonna float away.
Yeah, you might float away and you might run into someone and you might bump into, it wouldn't be safe, right? We don't want to injure you. So what we're going to do, we're going to put you in a sleep restraint unit. That's what this little contraption is right here. Would you mind getting in there so we can show everybody how it works? Careful with your step. Oh, you're good. Okay, and then one arm through this whole right jaw. There we go. Guess what the other one is? There we go. All right, I'm going to tuck you in by zipping you up. Isn't that nice? And look, this strap goes across your head to keep it from bobbing up and down all night. But I'm not going to do that. There we go. What do you think? Isn't that super comfy? Do you like sleeping strapped to the wall?
It's a new thing to try out. Yeah.
Very diplomatic. Well, if you like that, you might love this top bunk here. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
But you know, if she was weightless, if she was really in microgravity, there'd be no such thing as upside down for her body. There's no up, down, floor, ceiling when you're in microgravity. So you could sleep here, another astronaut could sleep there, another astronaut could sleep on this wall we've taken away, even with their head down there. Everybody feels exactly the same in their weightless sleep restraint unit. It's supposed to be very comfortable to sleep weightless. I really wish I could try it. So I'm going to let you out. But you're going to go straight back to work now that you've rested. We're going to get you to do some exercise for us. Would you mind sitting on the machine for us? Yeah, that's the spoiler alert. There will be talk of that in a second. But here, will you work your arms for me? Just the arms, the pedals don't work. There you go, good girl. So, one of the negative aspects of living in space is that you start to lose muscle mass and bone density while you're up here. It's kind of like an accelerated aging process for our crew members. So it's really, really crucial and important that they maintain a special exercise program to help with that. So they have to exercise from 2 to 2.5 hours every single day without fail. And they have lots of equipment so they don't get bored. They've got a dual cycle ergometer, a treadmill helps them target different areas, and that's the ARED, the Advanced Resistance Exercise Device that he's using in that video. It's allowing him to do weight training, even though he himself is weightless. Really important for maintaining that muscle tone. All right, so how you feeling? You good? Feeling the burn? Another hour and 59? Cool with you? Yeah, we'll just wait. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, I'm joking. Come on, we're going to do some more entertaining stuff. We'll keep having fun, though. So you'll float right here, if you don't mind. And now we're getting into everyone's favorite area of all, the area behind curtain number 1. The area where Nicole's going to guess what this contraption is that I've just pulled out. Any ideas yet?
Oven. Oh, it's toilet.
Yeah, don't put your food in there. Not before you've eaten it. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is the toilet, also known as the waste hygiene compartment, okay? Now, are you ready to demonstrate exactly how we use this device for science, Nicole?
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, that's a good answer because I was obviously kidding. This is a family show. We're just going to explain it to you and use our imagination. So the crew member, him or her, they float in here. They close the privacy panel behind them. We took that away for your viewing pleasure. They put one foot in each of those foot restraints. Then they put these brace units over the tops of their legs. Now they're on target, right? If you're not sure, there's a good rear view mirror here. And once they're in the right spot, they reach back, they turn on this suction, and then they go. Now you gotta do it in the right order, right, Nicole? You don't want any floaters. No. Speaking of floaters, there's no water in the space toilet. Water is a very precious commodity in microgravity. That's why we use the suction. It's gonna perform the job that gravity normally does for you on Earth. It's gonna pull your solid waste away from you and into a container where they can dispose of it later. But we're gonna try and save that liquid waste. So here, hold this with your right hand for me, Nicole. Don't you worry, I've cleaned it. It's been cleaned. Yes, very good. So your liquid waste goes in here. And for any of our very young people, tell them what liquid waste is.
Urine.
Or pee, which is even more fun to say. They might not even know what urine is. All right. But yes, your liquid waste, your urine, your pee, it all goes in there. And eventually, it ends up here. They drink it. Astronauts drink your faces. Astronauts drink recycled urine again and again and again and again. Would you like to try? No, okay. Well, I'll save it for me. But you know, all joking aside, once it's been properly recycled, it tastes just like fresh water, no problem. And recycling water in a closed-loop system, that's what it's called, is going to help us travel so much further in space. For example, we couldn't travel to Mars later on when we try to do that without this. And also, we're using this technology right now, here on Earth, not to recycle water, but to purify it in areas of the world that really need us to do that for their water supply. So this is helping us save lots of lives. All right, so you float back where you were. We got to do curtain number 2, right? Good girl. Okay, so after all of that toilet talk, we're going to want to wash our hands, right? Oops, I've got you 2 there. That's okay. Maybe you're extra dirty. There you go. So this is how an astronaut washes her hands, just like that. Very good. And then use larger wipes to wash their body, antibacterial wipes. That's how they get their astronaut sponge bath, basically. And they have a special no-rinse shampoo that's been developed by NASA. It's supposed to be really good. And all of those things take care of all their hygiene, but when you've been up there for a few months, you're going to miss a good hot earth shower, right? Yeah, that would be hard. That's one of the things they say they miss the most. So we'll put that away. Your commander clean now. So we're going to go this way. This is the galley area. This is like the main social area on board the station for you and your, yeah, we're floating. She's much better at the directions than I am. So here you can talk about your work, you can play chess with each other, other fun stuff, or you can make your food. That's what this is the best place to do. So get all kinds of different menu options that they've developed so they don't get bored. Like this is one of their favorites. This is our macaroni and cheese entree. So give that a feel. What's the texture like on that? Pretend you're on a cooking show.
It is very tough.
Yes, it's too crunchy and tough. We're going to need to add some water to that, a little bit of warm water to rehydrate it. Where do you think we're going to get that water on board the International Space Station, Nicole?
From our urine.
Yes, indeed. It's all one closed system. Just add to your food and enjoy. Yummy, yummy. And did you feel the Velcro on the back there? So you have Velcro on almost everything because it will float away if you don't, even your dinner. And I've got Velcro on my clothing, right? Now, what do you think? Do you like macaroni and cheese, Nicole? Oh my God, I love macaroni and cheese. But you have to be careful because up here it will go straight to your thighs. Yeah, thank you for laughing. So those are all the basic aspects of how to live in space. But this isn't just a place to live. No, this is a unique space laboratory for all kinds of scientific research that's impossible to perform in gravity on Earth. So you're going to help me do some scientific research. Yay, and you get to be the test subject. So you're going to stand right here for me. Very good, and just look ahead. And I'm going to take, let me get a different light there. Yeah, that'll be better. Do a little body scan of you. It only takes a second. It only hurts a little. Only leaves a very small permanent mark forever. Here we go. I'm just kidding. Those are really good initial results. Yeah, I'm going to process your body scan into the system. So now what you get to do is go back to Earth. Because from down there, you're going to be able to see what I'm going to do with it on the big screen. Okay, so she's coming back down to you. Give her a big round of applause for her training so far. Look at her float. Isn't she wonderful? Majestic. All right. So we're going to process Nicole into the system. But while I wait for that, I'm just going to have a little sip of this refreshing water we've heard so much about, all that talk about things made me thirsty. I'm gonna drink it. Tangy, but good. Here on Earth, gravity keeps this tasty beverage inside its container. But let's take gravity away and see what happens. With gravity gone, surface tension becomes the dominant force. See how when two blobs of water merge together,